I know, can you believe it? We're back here at the Wicker Bar, and I wasn't going to do a cocktail today because today is actually the video I released this morning. It was supposed to be time stamped to be released tomorrow, being Friday, but then I realized that I had already said it was Wednesday, so I'm kind of like a politician where I'm saying one thing and I really mean something else. So I was just sitting here. I didn't even have. I was like relaxing on the couch in my underwear, and I had my feet were up, and I heard the doorbell ring. We have a very robust doorbell here because we have a house like the Adams family house, and this fellow was here, and he brought the light, and he had tracked me down through the white pages. He's a fan of the channel. He comes from across the water as well. The other water, not like the Holitzes are on that water. He's on the other water. He has been on the show before, but generally, if you are a special guest here, unfortunately, we do send our town car to pick you up. We do have to either blindfold you or we do put a pillowcase over your head so you don't really actually know where we live, which is you have to do that for safety purposes. But he showed up, and I'm not really sure where he got this bottle of Woodford Reserve rye whiskey, but he brought this over, and I was going to make a cocktail for him, and he said in much kinder words that some of the cocktails I was presenting to him were a little bit more on the feminine side, and he wanted something with a little bit more strength. And that's why he has this bottle of rye whiskey, which is perfect because during our last contest where people were suggesting cocktails, Ulrich Grunwald from over in Germany, he likes to drink. They like to drink over there. Beer too, or a good beer over there because it's different. Anytime you're here in the United States and you think you're tasting Belgian style or German style beer, it's not the same. So the cocktail that he suggested was Agent 355, and it was out of Drinking Like Ladies, 75 modern cocktails from the world's leading female bartenders. So I got on the internet. I picked up a copy of this book. There's actually, you can tell by the sticky notes there are actually a lot of good cocktails in there. And yes, each cocktail is concocted by a female bartender, and then they all have a little story attached to the cocktails. And this one is Agent 355. She was a Revolutionary War spy. Did some stuff with Benedict Arnold, some whole bunch of stuff way beyond me. So, in honor of our friends over there in Germany, Uli, we're going to do the Agent 355 for this gentleman here. I'm not going to say his name because he's tries to keep it on the down low, as it were. It is a rye whiskey, Laird's Applejack, a couple of bar spoons of simple syrup. They did say some other sugar in there. It's going to have some bitters. It called for a specific bitter that I wasn't familiar with. How can the oh, there they are. We're just going to go for the Angostura, and then it's going to have the like we did the Corpse Survivor the other night when we did that. This is going to have a little falernum. It calls for a falernum rinse. Usually you'd put the falernum in the it's kind of poisonous. You'd put the falernum in the glass, and then you'd kind of swish it around in the glass and dump it out. So I learned this technique from Steve Holitz, cocktail master from over on the other water. We have a lot of water up here in the Great Pacific Northwest. So I'm just going to spritz a little of the falernum in the glass, and you're going to get that good flavor. And this is going to be a strong one because that is what was requested. So rye whiskey. It's good that he could have tried to poison me. I've been poisoned over here before where people bring a bottle. Years ago, somebody brought a bottle over here of booze that was electric iced tea, some kind of just absolutely foul free mix stuff. So we're going, for the two of us, 3 ounces of our rye whiskey. 1.5, right? Yes. And for Rael, I'm going to make the CFH cocktail. because I did. Here's my bottle of Swedish punch that it's been resting since yesterday, and I put it in the bottle there. Two of our Laird's Applejack. This is like an apple brandy. So that's just to let you know, this is going to be a strong one there, sir. If it's okay for me to call you sir. 1.5. Well, hello, Dexter. How are you? What would you like? You're not going to get it. And then, got a couple of 2 bar spoons of our simple syrup. 1, 2. A couple of dashes of bitters in there. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is going to be a strong one. We had to wait because this guy, he showed up at like 9 o'clock in the morning. I said, dude, we're going to have to wait till 5. Well, it's 5 o'clock. It is. It was a long wait, but I think it's going to be worth it. Okay. What are you going to do? It's live TV. There's our falernum rinse. Thank you to Uli Grunwald from Germany. I've sent Uli. He's got a copy of Cocktails and Mixed Drinks from the Wicker Bar. I mailed him one of those. I think he's even got a couple of T-shirts from our rock and roll band. I mailed over there because that's just the kind of guy I am. Looks nice. It's handy. Mr. T. How's that?
Yeah.
Incognito enough. Here we go.
Thank you. Hey, Uli.
Ooh, doggies. That is a strong cocktail. You know, while we're here, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm making the CFH cocktail. We did this a few weeks before. Rael really enjoys this one, and it's a pretty easy cocktail to do. We're gonna go 1 ounce of gin. We're going to go for a half ounce of our Swedish punch here. Yes, and then our cockerel, Calvados and the Applejack, very, very similar. Half ounce of our Calvados. Half ounce of lemon juice, and I think I have just about, I need to make some more grenadine. Half ounce of lemon juice. And half ounce. Oh, that's it on the grenadine. Might be a little stiff for you, Ray. Hope that's okay. You're supposed to say, that's okay, Zippy. You know I like it stiff. Or not. Right? I want to thank you all for joining us on this very special Patreon episode of Cocktails and Mixed Drinks from the Wicker Bar, Happy Hour at the Wicker Bar. It is Rock and Roll Thursday. We're waiting for the other fellows to show up. I did make a large batch of pozole. It's kind of more of a red pork stew that I made. And then we'll be playing in the small room with DRI on Saturday night at the El Corazon. We'll be in the Funhouse side. Come on down. We'll be playing right before DRI. We'll be slaughtering, doing all the bad things that we do that make some people very, very angry. And that brings no joy to my heart to make people angry. Anyway, catch you later. Thank you for joining us here at Happy Hour at the Wicker Bar. We'll be back. We're going to be remote for the next week. Man, I'm not sure what it is. Oh, it must have been the hummus.
355.
355. All right, we're out of here.